Yo, what's up, man? This is Thestylepilot. And as you can see from the title below, we're going to talk about tour merchandise, t-shirts, hoodies, all that stuff. Is it worth it at the end of the day? Okay? Before I get into that, man, comment. Well, you can't comment if I haven't said anything. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. I think I have 30 followers now. Yay! But listen, we're gonna get right into it real quick. I went to a Travis Scott concert a few weeks ago, and like I've been to a bunch of concerts. I go to concerts all the time, and tour merchandise is becoming more and more prevalent and more of a big deal, especially since Kanye West started kind of making the big deal, and people that follow him are following his clothing and stuff. But, I mean, I always used to be a person trying to get a t-shirt or something when I go on a vacation or anything. But, you know, some of the tour merchandise and stuff you can't get until I found out a couple of hacks to get things. Now, buying the real stuff, is it worth it? Like, buying the stuff from the actual concert, is it worth it? Or should you buy it from a third-party source? Okay, or a fake one, if you want to say that. Okay, now, some pros and cons to buying fake ones and buying real ones. Okay, one, okay, when you go to the concert, okay, before you had stuff online, okay, you couldn't go online and buy a shirt from a concert from another person. You couldn't go online and buy a shirt that a person printed that looks exactly like what you got. So, the whole thing was you going to the actual concert, getting the t-shirt, putting it on and rocking out, right? It's the experience. Now, if you're just a fan of the t-shirts or a hoodie or whatever the merchandise, and you just want to buy it online, now the internet has made everything smaller. But you don't get the experience of actually going and getting in line and all of that stuff and buying it from the person and this, that, and other. If you're a person, you might want to get your shirt signed by the artist or something like that. You know, so you lose out on the experience. Okay. Another thing. Now, you talk about the fake stuff, right? So, one big thing is, let me pull out this shirt. You know, Kanye West stuff. Kanye West tour merch. Like, all of that stuff. I have a shirt. I haven't worn this yet, but it's from the St. Pablo tour, right? The one with Kim Kardashian playing tennis with her homegirl on the back, right? Guys, at the end of this doesn't have any Yeezy branding on it. None of that stuff. Guess what this is? As you guys already know, it's a Gildan shirt, man. It's a Gildan shirt. Okay? Which, if you buy this in bulk, it probably costs them 75 cents per shirt. Maybe $1, right? Now, you can say the con of it. Well, the pros of buying the real thing so I bought this at the actual concert, right? The pros of it is I actually got to the concert and say I bought it. But the con of it is this was like $60, right? Now, if I bought one of these from Amazon from some guy, or bought it from eBay from some guy, which would be maybe a little bit higher, or Etsy or one of these other third-party sources, it's going to have a Gildan tag on it. Okay, it's going to be cheap. It doesn't, because I mean, the person that's making a bootleg version of this is not going to have to find like a actual tag or make a fake Yeezy thing, right? So it's a little bit different. Now, is it worth it buying it online? It depends. Like, I could easily go online. I spent $60 on this at the concert. I could easily go online and find this for $20. Nobody will know the difference. If I can get somebody that has a good review or whatever making these shirts, okay, and has pictures of them making the shirts, and it's not all bootleggy. Hey, I saved $40, but I missed the experience. Okay. One other thing, when you go to the concert, you gotta wait in these long ass lines. Long lines for no reason. A lot of times just to get a cheap shirt like this. It's not like the materials from Champion or something, or BBC or some real good designer. Then they put the print over it. No, normally it's just a regular cheap shirt that they found from a provider or whatever, third party source, and they printed stuff on there, right? There's nothing special at all about it. Do you want to wait in line? Is it worth it to you? I waited. I went to the Travis Scott concert. I got this shirt. Now this is not even this shirt right here from the Astroworld tour. Right, it's a little cream shirt, and it says sicko mode on the front. I didn't even know what it said. I wanted a black shirt. I waited in line for 30 minutes in the short line. I waited in line. Actually, I skipped the line. Other people probably been waiting like an hour to get a shirt. I waited 30 minutes to get a t-shirt, and when I got up there, they didn't have my size in the one I wanted. So naturally, you're going to say, man, I want a shirt. I waited in line, and I end up getting this shirt. Like, I'm not disappointed with it, but I'm not as excited about it as I would be if I got the one that I really wanted. So now I'm thinking, I could have just went online to Amazon or something, or Etsy or one of those joints, and found a guy that makes these, save some money, and save some time. Guys, I remember when I waited in line. I remember I live in Dallas, right? And Kanye West had a pop-up store here. So I was just at the mall randomly. I didn't even know that it was a pop-up store here in Dallas. And I was at the mall with my girlfriend at the time. And she was like, hey, what are all these people waiting in line for? And I found out it was a Kanye West thing. So I waited in line for an hour. I got in there and they had all these Gildan shirts. They didn't have my size. And just because I waited in line, I spent a lot of money because I waited in line. Okay. And then when I got home, I looked online on like Amazon and stuff, or in Etsy with all that crap. And guess what? I found all of that stuff for a third of the price. And it was the same, basically the same thing. All of them were Gildan t-shirts, all of that crap. So, now, this is where it gets tricky. Now, the thing about these Gildan shirts and this concert merch, man, is if you're a reseller, you can make a killing. It just depends on if you have a client base or whatever it may be. If you can get stuff signed, if you got the right size, you can overcharge people and they'll buy it. Buying and resell from certain guys that actually went to the concert. Like I could easily go online on one of these third-party sites, buy a bunch of those shirts for cheap, and then sell it back and say, oh, I got it from when Kanye West or Travis Scott or whoever came to my city. Nobody would know the difference, right? There are people in line when I went to the concert that were strictly there to spend thousands of dollars to buy shirts from there, which is no real branding. Now, with the Travis Scott shirts, it had branded on there, as you can see. Right? He's even got my size on there. But somebody can do this that does printing. They can do this easily. This is no problem. So how are you going to know the difference? So in my mind, it just depends. If I'm there at the concert, cool. If I can't get tickets to the concert or whatever and I like the shirt, I'll just go to a third-party site and buy it. Like, at my age, nobody's going to care if I got the shirt from a concert or from a third-party site, or if it's a fake one, which is not, you can't really determine that it's fake other than you not going to the concert, right? If they make them all the same way, right? Now, if you're a kid and you're at school, high school, college, man, it can be hell for you because some of your friends may be really into this stuff and they know that it's fake. They know that you didn't buy it from the concert, all of that stuff. And some people don't. It just depends. But these kids nowadays, they know you're wearing fake sneakers, fake hats, all that Supreme stuff. They know what to look for, the thread and all that stuff. Nobody's going to bother me. But if you're a kid, it may bother you. Now, if you go the route about buying it online and you haven't been to the store, you run a risk of kids roasting you and stuff at school. If you don't care about that, cool. Right? But it's just, everything is different for everyone. But to me, in my mind, like I said, the most important thing is I want something, a shirt. If I like the shirt, I'm going to get it. Okay? If it's a reasonably priced. it's a reasonable price. If it's a reasonable price for it online, I'll buy it. If I can't go to the concert, I'll buy it online. If I'm at the concert and they have my size, I'll buy it. If I go to the concert and they don't have my size and the shirt I want, I'm not going to do this anymore. Like, I'm not going to get a shirt that I don't really like just to say I got one, right? I'll just go online, man. The world is too small now. So is it worth it? It depends on you and what you want. All right, that's pretty much it, man. Like, comment, subscribe. You got any questions or any suggestions on any videos, let me know, man. Hit the notification bell. Remember, you are the flyest motherfucker on earth. I'll see y'all later.